Welcome, welcome, peace and love. My name is Ayoka Bay, and this is Melanation. So let's jump right in, you guys. It's been about 3 weeks to a month since I gave you guys an update. So I am very excited to report things that have been going on. So before I get into that, your girl just celebrated a birthday. Yesterday, actually, my Saturn return was very, very good to me. I got to relax and just really enjoy good vibes, good people, and some good time with the Most High. I stayed in a state of meditation for the most of the day, and it was really good, really good. And thank you all for the well wishes, the good energy, the emails, the texts. That really made me feel loved, and I really appreciate you guys. So let's get right to it. So first thing I'm excited about is receiving my passport card. It finally came in the mail. This passport says my nationality, which is United States American. So that's basically what you want. That's all that you want, because them putting that down that I'm a USA American Republic, citizen of the American Republic, takes me out of the United States corporate jurisdiction. And so now I'm on the do not detain list. I'm on the do not stop, do not detain, and my conceal and carry is unlimited. I don't have to actually go get a license anymore. Me having this gives me what I need. So I'm overly excited about that. This I found is the quickest way to get your status updated. So with that, so that's that. And it took less time than I thought. It actually only took 3 weeks. And it says you can expedite the shipping of this. It's like $60 to expedite the shipping to get it in three to 4 weeks. And I did not pay the extra. And they said it'd get here in 4 to 6 weeks. But I got it in like 3. So that happened to me. So next thing, so that's really exciting. I'm having to make sure that I celebrate myself when I get these little wins. I'm used to just keep moving on, moving, but I'm really excited about that. Now actually, if I were to get pulled over, I don't know why they would pull me over. They run my tag. They see it clearly says do not stop. But if they were to stop me, this is the ID that I would hand them, not a driver's license. Also, I'm really excited about getting legal notice to the DMV about my rights, letting them know that I am aware of my rights and that I'm aware that I don't have to have a license, a registration, tag, insurance, or any of that. And that because I am an American national, that at no cost to me, they are to give me an ID that states the statute. And they also are to give me a license plate at no cost that also states the statute, so that if they were to get behind me, they can, one, just read the tag and the statute corresponds with the fact that they can't pull me over. Or 2, they'll pull my name and see that's that. So I'm excited about the protection of that. The next thing that I was excited about getting my hands on is a fee schedule. So I got my hands on a fee schedule. The fee schedule is basically the fee that you would charge for any violation to your vessel or your family. I'm so excited about this document because it is safety, it's protection from all their governmental officials and, courts and municipal courts, all of the above. It actually gives each violation the fine, and if there's any jail time that comes with it. It says, certain stuff like, if they violate my rights, I get 100 acres of their land. They have to give me this, they have to give me that. So basically you have this fee schedule that states if you violate my rights, you would owe me this much. And you would owe them this much because you would take them to court. You would hold them accountable for the violating of your rights. See, that's the reason why we need more of our people to have this knowledge, because the government that is supposed to be our servants, they are public servants. They're here to aid us. We have gotten away from that mindset, and now we feel like we work for them. And that's not the case. We have to hold them accountable to their oath and to the Constitution. A while back, I had came across this sheet right here, and I like hung on to this with everything because it will state, Title 18, Part 1, Chapter 13. Basically, it's going to state where and how we're being violated. And you write this up. Mine's all crunchy, as you see. This is definitely, I've had this page for like a year. And right before I came to do this video, I said, let me grab this, because this is probably what you would be filling out if they were to violate your rights. And you put like their name, you write your statement, and send this in. Let me see. They say send it in certified mail. So you would send this in, and it will start the process of of a complaint. Like how they give you a ticket, this is their ticket, right? And they gotta speak for that. So as we start holding them accountable, they're going to be less likely to violate our rights, because they see that we are covered and we're protected, and they begin to be in jail and have to pay fines for trying us the way that they do. So I'm excited because my fee schedule not only covers myself, but it also covers my family. So if they touch a hair on my son's head, baby, $2 million for just touching him. Don't even touch him. So okay, so that's exciting. So next thing that I'm excited about is updating you on my A4V process. So I put this proof at the bottom because I'm so excited. I've been smiling all month since I realized this information. So I told you guys I did my A4V. I told you that I did it on my utilities. So my utilities is the first place that I've been able to verify that that it has been accepted for value and the process has started. How? Because I don't have a bill anymore. Right now, if I were to access my online, this is my electric company. If I access my online account, since July of 2018, my bill has been zero every month. So I just don't have a bill. I just don't owe anything. It's zero, right? July, August, September, October, November, December, zero. And like I said, I'll show you the screenshots below. And then on my other bill, I get charged on that bill, but they apply a credit. So that bill's a little bit different. I still don't have to pay it, but that's how it's being shown. So at this moment, world, I don't have to pay my utilities. And I am standing on the laws of the House Joint laws, on the policy statute, if you will, of the House Joint Resolution of 192 of March 1933, March 9th, I think it's March 9th of 1933. I'm standing on statutes that they set up. This is their system, and I'm using the rules in their system, and it is working for me. Y'all just don't know how great that feels. So I'm taking that momentum and I'm moving it through to my other, I have a phone bill, cable bill, my car note. That's really all. I don't have any other reoccurring bills, but I'm going to apply them to those, and I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. Now, my car that I am leasing right now, it's an auto finance, and I sent the CEO a certified letter that I had notarized explaining the same thing, pretty much, accepted for value and tender for payment, different things like that. And I gave him 10 days to respond. Now, I got the receipts. Here's my old one that I messed up on. So I got the receipt that he had signed, that he had received my letter on the 17th of December. So I had to give him 10 days to respond to me. That 10th day is quickly approaching, and I have yet to hear back from him. However, they did come to tow my vehicle. They did come to tow my vehicle. It was probably about 1, 2 in the morning. And my neighbor actually came and woke me up. And I came outside and my car was already hooked up, y'all. It was already hooked up, man. And y'all know my feelings was hurt. I really just didn't know what to do because I honestly did not expect this to happen. I really, really didn't, because I sent the CFO an affidavit, and to my knowledge, that suspends any process that would be taking place. Now, I don't know how the CEO and customer service communicate. However, it's not my responsibility. But when I saw my car, I just, the wind had just kind of been knocked out of my little sails. And he was nice, though. He let me get my stuff out. He helped me get my stuff out. And he was just kind of like, did you know they was coming to take it? And I was like, man, no. Actually, no. I told him, I said, this car is paid for in full. I actually just sent the affidavit to the CEO to advise him of this, to give him an opportunity to update the records to show this. So I just don't know why you're here. But the fact that you're here, it just, this is what I was saying to him. And he says, okay, you got to get in touch with the lien holder, right? And, you got to do this by tomorrow, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to do it until Wednesday. And I'm like, why? He was like, because next week is Christmas. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, you can't take my car. I'm like, my birthday is coming up, New Year's. I'm just like, it's family time. And I'm like, I know you hear this all the time. And I really, I don't want to be that person to you. And, but you can't take this car, I told him. And he said, well, where are you going to take it? I was like, shoot, I'll take it over to my husband's house. What? And do you know, this man went and let my car off that tow truck. And when I tell you guys, the feeling that came over me when he did that, authority. I am a daughter from the kingdom of the Most High. And I told this man that the same energy that spoke to you and allowed you to have a heart to let my car off with no hesitation, no negotiation, nothing. This man, it was like he wanted me. It was like he already knew he wasn't going to take the car because he was so slow, so patient with the process. And I wasn't about to beg. Honestly, I wasn't going to beg him. I wasn't going to, well, why you take, I had nothing, because y'all already know he is the last person you need to talk to. And especially if they already got your car on the thing. I already had looked up the laws. There wasn't nothing to be said. So I wasn't even going to waste my breath. You feel me? But he asked. He started the conversation. So, da-da-da-da. And I was like, I'm going to take it, you know? And so I told him, I said, that same energy that told you to let my car off, I said, that's the energy that I work with. That's the energy that I walk with every day. And he was just like, all right, well, you know, get this truck out of here. He was like, cause they're going to keep coming back to back. They already had came by earlier. And that was that. I told him, I did mention to him, you know, I'm an American national, you know, there's certain processes that we go through. I told him I have diplomatic immunity, and, you know, and I mentioned some stuff, and he did mention, you're talking about the birth certificate and social security stuff. I'm like, yeah. He was like, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. And I was like, right. So, okay, so using that process, I told him, I said, you know, my bills are already being paid for. I showed him I showed him the screenshot of my bills. I logged in. He saw me log in, and I showed him, like, my bills are being paid. The same process that I went through for this is the same process that I'm going through with this car. So this car is paid for. It's $0. And y'all know this man let my car go. Didn't ask for nothing funny. And I thanked him for that. I thanked him for being a gentleman. And it really put me into another mindset about how powerful men are in giving women our proper place of authority. And I say that because I have authority. I am a very powerful woman. But in that moment, my vulnerability was at an all-time high. And it was ultimately his decision to say, to be on the right end of that. Or he could have said, well, take me to the back and he could have did that, you know what I mean? And he could have really damaged my spirit. And he did not. He treated me with respect. He honored my position. He honored my womanhood. He gave me respect, and he honored that authority. And a million times, thank you again, Charles, my angel out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that was my story. So I just wanted to say, like, yep, they came. But I am a messenger. I am a prophet of the Most High. And I am standing on my birthrights. These were given to me by God, my creator. And they hold me, and they keep me safe at night, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Do you hear me? Okay. So I have my truck, been riding, ripping and running with the truck. So Capital One ended up calling me a couple days ago, and what happened? Capital One ended up calling me, and now I got authority. Like, I don't know why I needed to wait for my passport to come in. I don't know why I needed to wait for this passport to come in, but baby, when I tell you, when it came in, my whole demeanor has changed. You hear me? So Capital One calls, and they're like, yeah, you know, we want to talk about some stuff. And, you know, we want to work out a payment arrangement. They still trying to work out a payment arrangement. You hear me? And I said, what did I tell him? I said, Well, I have a letter sent to the CEO right now, and he has, I gave him 10 days to respond. He has a few more days. So before I work out any type of payment arrangement with you, I need to wait until I get correspondence back from him. The customer service, like, I don't know anybody who talks to, oh, Richard? Yes, I know him. I know him very well. And this is a process. You may not be aware of it. I'm really not here to school you in it. Just understand that I'm doing my due diligence. And there's no payment arrangement to be set until I hear back from Mr. Fairbank. Right? And he said, he started to give me a little pushback. And he said, well, I want to do my due diligence, from what I can see on your account and what you're telling me. Okay, we just want to, make sure everything is lining up. So let me get you to my next tier. So he sent me to his like supervisor, account specialist, or what have you. I spit it to her just the same. I'm an American national. My bills, I don't get bills. There's no lien on my things. You can't, impound my vehicle. This is my property, so, I'm just waiting to hear back from him. He has a few more days. And, and I told her, I said, I don't know if he is supposed to put something on the account to let you guys know that we're in correspondence. I'm not really sure how all that works. I just know I do what I do. And she said, let me put you on hold. Let me go talk to this department that would have received your letter. I said, okay. I'm waiting. And she comes back on the phone and she said, okay, well, I can't get a hold of them, but they'll be giving you a call back. And I said, okay, so who's going to be calling me? What department? Who should I just, what? And she said, oh, the office of the president. Okay. I'll be waiting for the office of the president to give me a call. Not of the world, just of Capital One. So, moving through like a boss, you hear me? But you got to know, you have to know this. You have to know, right? So, same one. Okay, I'm gonna hit y'all with my stories because I need y'all I need you to walk with me. All right. Before I share this story, let me say that when on this journey, I feel like hold on. So don't forget where I'm at. On this journey, I have realized that I have stepped into another dimension, another realm, if you will, right? I've got into a different status. You know how there's like first class and coach, right? First class, right? So as I'm on this new journey, I'm visualizing in my mind me walking in the wilderness, walking through the forest in the wilderness, and I've just broken off from my tribe, and my tribe is stuck, and there's this feeling inside of me that tells me that there's a promised land, that this isn't all that there is. There's more to my life than just paying bills, waking up, going to work, paying bills, watching television, eating fast food, going to sleep, wake up, and do it all over again. And just raise children, send them to school, get their car, send them to college, get a house. Like, there had to be more, right? So, in my mind, I visualize that I've broken off from comfortability, my comfortability, is that a word? And I trusting the skills and the blessings that my Creator, God, has put into me. God did not give me a spirit of fear. God allowed me to trust myself. God is giving me my health. He's giving me a sound mind. And so I visualize as I'm on this journey that I broke off from my tribe, and I'm putting my bag of tools together, my resources. I'm getting my little sticks and my little stuff. I'm putting all my little stuff in my little bag, right? Throw it over my shoulder, and I'm off. I'm off, right? And I'm journeying through the forest, and usually I rely on this person or that person for this and for that, but this time I'm only relying on myself, my soul, my God, my spirit. I'm just, lead me. I'm asking for my instincts, my discernment, for the things to be brought forth to me so that I can use them and I can stand on them. And I'm imagining, as I'm walking through this forest of the UCC laws and tax laws and just all these rules, regulations, the court system and all this stuff. This is all just forest to me. And I'm walking through, and I'm learning how to navigate through this thing. So in my mind, in this realm, it's like I'm learning the forest. I'm learning it. I'm learning where the water is. I'm learning where the food is. I'm learning how to track the animals. I'm learning, how to watch. I'm learning how to